Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh? Huh?
Okay, clap, 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 clap. This is the rant about reading the air. I got a speaker poking into my cheek and I don't like it. I don't like it. Nope, no siree. I don't like it. I likes you and I want you. Look at that fucking big ass house over there. Shit. Okay. We still got like almost pretty much full battery on here. Okay, cool. Look at that big ass house. Let's look at this big ass house really quick. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yo, 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 yo. What the fuck is up there, everybody out there on YouTube? Source to go by Papa Tikyo, coming to you live from ADVJapan channel, where I give you guys a little ramble about my life here. And I'm on my motorcycle. Look at this house, guys. Holy shit. Like, this is some like elite bodyguard shit. They got like 3 fucking garages. They've got a fence, a brick fence all the way over there. And it's not a company. It's just a fucking, it says Ogura. And they've got security cameras on the outside. Like, what is it? This has to be like a company president or a Yakuza place or something. Look, they even got a camera up there too. Oh man, I wonder whose house this is. Like, look, they got all these trees and shit there. This is like, we're in a Dachiku right now, which is like a cheap fucking place. Cheap, like one of the cheapest, poorest neighborhoods in all of fucking Tokyo. And I was just riding around and I came across this place. Pretty fucking interesting, huh? I want to like knock on the door and be like, "Excuse me, sir, have you thought about Jesus Christ or something? Can I say hello?" Anyway, yeah, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Papa Tikyo's Tikyo Rants. I'm on the bike today and I'm riding around and I'm being nice and sexual. And yeah, I got some time to kill before I go meet some other friends. So I thought, hey, I'm in Adachiku. I don't normally come to this area, so why don't I just ride around and show you guys the neighborhoods. I mean, this is the fun thing. Like, you know, you get a motorcycle, you like rent a motorcycle for a couple days, you come to Japan with an international driver's permit, and then you just ride around. Like, you go to like some big road and then you turn down like one of the side streets and then you just like fucking look around, you know. Look at this park. Look at how green this is. It's not even super summer yet and it's just so fucking bloomage. Look at the plumage. But anyway, look at how beautiful that is. Fuck. So yeah, I just thought I'd take you guys around. I know this area. I didn't used to like work here, but I used to have to drive through this area when I worked in the area that's next to this area called Katsushikaku. And what is this guy doing? He's what are you doing, dude? He's like, this is my road now. I claimed it. Guys, he claimed it. Technically, it's his road now. What is he doing? Wait, why are you moving? I wanted to be part of your movement. Come on, dude. I wanted to be like in your group. Look at that. I love that. Like, maybe he's just in the middle of taking the cocaine bump or something. Yep. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, see, like, I don't know, man. I saw this like video on Twitter today of Japanese people getting pissed because because this Japanese guy was he had a truck parked outside and he was unloading his stuff, and the person had more than enough room to drive around the truck, but like I guess they didn't want to break the law or something, so they just stayed behind him. And the guy is just unloading. The poor dude has so many fucking boxes that he's unloading, and the person like who posted that, they're like, "Oh, I know that this is that person's job, but like whatever happened to manners?" And I'm like, motherfucker, you get out of your car and help him, dude. Like, stop bitching, man. Like I don't know, dude. I'm really grateful that when I was younger I did these like manual labor jobs and shit, because like I never am going to go to like some place and give shit to somebody who's behind the counter or somebody who's moving shit. Like, nah, dude. If your job isn't as hard as that person, then shut the fuck up and just let that, like, they're already going through enough shit without you fucking getting all angry at them, you know? You elitist piece of shit. Fucking stupid asthma. But yeah, anyway, it's just sad, you know? But anyway, we're just going through the neighborhoods today. We're just chilling. We're just riding around a bunch of this shit. But anyway, before we get any further into it, let me just shout out my own stuff. Guys, I don't make any money off of these Google AdSense ads that you might see popping up. I really don't. And so if you want to help out the channel, do me a favor and smash that like button and leave a comment. The question of the day is, I don't know. What do you do normally when somebody's being an asshole? Do you confront them, or do you just let it slide and just fucking ignore them? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments down below. And if that's too heavy of a question, just tell me what's better, Coke or Pepsi. Write it down, you fucking lazy bastards. Write down the first question. Anyway, point is, yeah, and also I don't make any money off of the Google AdSense. So if you guys want to support the channel and you want to see more of these, do me a favor and just smash that like button, you know. But also go over to patreon.com/TKOSam. Look at these old ass fucking houses. Look at this. This is beautiful right here. This is like wow of an anime. I don't want to. God, it's like one of my Japanese animes. Oh God, I'm talking about piss and shit. But yeah, guys. Yeah, go over to patreon.com/TKOSam. Unlike other people with Patreons, I actually got stuff on there for you. All the way from like, if you want to learn Japanese, you're like, Dad, I want to go to Japan and not be one of those dumbasses who doesn't know how to order pizza. Then fucking sign up for my lessons. It's $35 a month, dude. You could go to a language school and pay $500 a month to not learn Japanese, or you could spend $35 a month and I will get you fluent. And I'm not talking about like talking just to ladies, the females. I jack on white boys the same way I jack on females. What? But yeah, you can go over there, and we also got tours and all this other shit. So go ahead and check it out. Are these all dead ends? I kind of want to explore, but I feel like these are all dead ends. Look at these fake ass, brick ass motherfuckers, Mercedes-Benz ass looking motherfucker. Yeah, so go over there. Also, if you don't like Patreon, you can become a member by pushing that join button, or by super chatting or super thanksing. Okay, guys? You can go over there, and it really helps out the channel. And remember, stay tuned, because after these premieres, oh yeah, hello everybody in the premiere chat. How you doing? Say hi. After these premieres, I always do a live stream on my main channel. So stay tuned for that. If you're watching this as the premiere, I'm going to put that URL link at the end of this. And if you're watching this when it wasn't premiering, then just look at the comment section. The link for today's live stream should be in the comment section. So go over and check that out. Oh, look at these pink flowers. That's beautiful. Oh, look at this. Another Adachiku. Tell me you're an Adachiku without being an Adachiku. I don't mean to shit on Adachiku. I'm just saying, like, there's no nobility in poverty, right? Fucking A. Who wants to live in a fucking building like that their whole life, you know? Come on. Even PDS. PDS is a Japanese YouTuber. He lived in one until he was, like, out of high school. And then he was like, yeah, fuck that. Fuck that shit. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, guys. So I appreciate the support. And, yeah. The fuck yeah. So today, I don't know, for this rant, I thought I'd call it reading the air, you know? Sometimes in Japan, you just gotta read the air. And this is coming from a guy who always dresses like he is very, what do you call it, Meidatsu? A guy who really sticks out when I walk around and stuff. And I don't act properly. I don't speak clean, polite Japanese most of the time when I'm out. But, you know, there's a difference between kissing ass and being a little bitch and being overly sensitive versus reading the air. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's a fine balance between, in Japanese they like to say a phrase called kiotsukai, which means like you're being cautious, or like you're being careful about like what you say around people or whatever, for their sake, not for yours, but for their sake, you know? Like, it's the same thing how you don't drop F-bombs in front of a kid or whatever, you know? Like, you would say that for that situation, kiotsukai. You know, like, you know, koromo to ishii ni iru no toki wa chanto kiotsukatte. You know, like, okay, yeah, you know, so be careful and stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, same thing in Japan. There's a thing called kukio yome, which means read the air. And so that means it's like, dude, like, like, for example, if you're at a funeral, you don't take out your phone and start playing, like, Pokemon Go really loud or something, you know? You don't watch porn when you're in the line at the grocery store, you know? Like, fucking, like, use your brain and stuff. And so, in Japan, it's kind of the same thing, you know? Kukio yome, kiotsukatte. And so, you know, when you're doing stuff, like in Japan, Japan is a very, oh shit, this lady's trying to, lady, I tried to get out of the way here. And so it's like, guys, you got to remember that it's like, you know, Japanese people don't expect any foreigner to speak fluent Japanese. They don't. But they expect you guys to put in the effort to actually, to like at least try and not have any entitlement, you know? And don't jump to the racism card, you know? You got to always put yourself in other people's shoes first before you get angry at them, you know? Like if a Japanese person gets angry at you, or not even just Japanese person, a person in general, it's like, what happened to that person today or this week or this month or this year that they had to like lash out at me to feel better, you know? And like, not saying that like you don't correct yourself when you're wrong, but at the same time, it's like usually when people get angry at other people, it's because they're pissed off about something else, right? And like they, you know, if you want to let them win, then you get angry back. But like, you know, most of the time it's just like, yeah, whatever. And like, I remember one time, God, what was the situation? God, I can't remember. Fucking A, when was it? God damn it, I don't remember. I'm trying to think of the clear situation, but I can't remember. There was a situation where it's like somebody was really angry at me, and oh yeah, it was like one of my jobs. One of my jobs, like they, like what is it? Like yeah. So I had this job where I was teaching kids on Saturday afternoon, and I got a really bad fever one day, and we had a trial lesson. And you know, no, up until then, I had never been late for that job. I had never missed that job. I'd been doing it for about like a year and a half or whatever. And I got a really bad fever last minute. And you know, I'm not the kind of guy who gets drunk and calls in sick for work and is like, oh, hey, I'm drunk, I can't come in, or I'm hungover. Like, that's rarely me. And I'm not saying that never happened, but I'm saying like I don't do that much. Like, you know, I feel like when you get a job, you don't give 100% loyalty, but at the same time, you appreciate, you know, the fact that somebody went out of their way to give you money and to help you. And so don't take that for granted. And I've met so many fucking foreigners here that do that. They take it for granted and shit. But anyway, I have a fever. I messaged the boss last minute and I'm like, I'm sorry, I've got a really bad fever. I don't want the kid, I won't be a good teacher. If the trial parent sees me, they're not gonna want to join because I'm just really about to pass out, and I don't want to get the kids sick either. And the boss was on her period or something. She just went off on me. She got super pissed off, and she fucking cussed me out through email and stuff. And I could have been like, you fucking bitch, I've been going to your job for over a year now. I've never fucking been late. I've never gotten sick. I even introduced more people to you. Like, how fucking dare you? But, you know, I was just like, you know what? Like, this person doesn't deserve my anger or energy. And I was just like, I'm sorry you feel that way. She's like, you know what, you're fucking fired. And I was like, you know what, I'm sorry you feel that way. Thank you for everything up until now, and I wish you the best in the future. And like, she immediately, like 2 hours later, sent me an email being like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to act that way. Like, you know, I was like, it's fine, but I'm not working for you anymore. Like, that's, you crossed the line. I don't hate you, but yeah, I'm sorry. And she's like, I understand. But I mean, like, the whole thing is, like, when you're the calmer person and that person keeps freaking out, then you know you did it right, you know? You were not the bad person on that side of the, like, you know, when it came to that fight. And so, you know, the same thing in Japan. It's like, you know, so many people want to jump the racism card here. Oh, man, it's racism. Oh, man, you're just an apologist. You're just a fucking weeb who likes Japan, so you let them get away with anything. And I'm like, you know, in America, black people are punching random people, sucker punching them in fucking New York, you know. I'm not saying, oh, black people, how could they? I know that it's a certain group of people, but when you say, oh, it's a certain group of people that's a big number that happens to be of a certain ethnic group, but then you point out you're racist, right? And I don't think Japanese people are like that. They're not violent racists, you know. I'm not talking about, like, you know, up until World War II, okay? Like, hey, you know, I'm not saying that much. I understand why everybody's pissed off. But I'm just saying that, like, look, like, in modern day Japan, I've lived here almost 20 years now, and most people are chill. You know who they're not chill with? Little bitches. And I think, I don't know, man. It's just like, I think these people most of the time that complain about the racism and shit, they put themselves in these situations where, oh, sorry. They put themselves in these situations where, like, they want to find racism. They need to find racism. It needs to be part of their life. They need to ingest it into their blood, you know, like they need it to survive. They need like Morpheus needs plasma or something, you know. And it's like, dude, just shut the fuck up and suck that dick. What? That's what I taught. That's what I taught one of the Japanese friends I made, Yusuke. He was like, you know, gambare wa eigo de nanteyu, and I'm like, gambare, and he's like, what is it? You know, break a leg? And I'm like, no. See, it's shut the fuck up and suck that dick. And he's like, that's not what that means. And I'm like, nah, dude, see, it's an expression. And yeah, you know, you gotta do it. Why is there a K's Denki right next to a Yamada Denki? That does not, why? They sell the same thing. Who the fuck, why? I know competition is good and stuff, but like, really? I don't know, it's just stupid. God, I gotta get a cushion for the back of spaghetti. My ass has been just hurting. It's got a lot of fucking metal going right into my ass right now. It's not fun. Okay, so I just need to go left at some point and I'll get to Asakusa. And then if I get to Asakusa, yeah, because see, there's Tokyo Skytree over there. So if I turn left at some point, I'll be able to get to Asakusa, and then from Asakusa I can get to Ueno, and then from Ueno I can get to Kudanshita. Yeah, I just met up with my friend for lunch, and he's like, how the fuck did you know how to get where we were? Like, you know, you don't have a GPS on your bike or whatever. Well, how did you get here? I was like, oh, it's simple. I just, you know, like, you know, I looked at the road number, and then I just tried to find the road that like had the least amount of roads on there, like the route that had the least amount of roads, and I just took that. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I just took Route 4 to 318, and then that, yeah, you know, that's it. He's like, oh, wow, cool. And I'm like, yeah, dude. And like today, like even though it's overcasty and stuff, it's such a good day for a motorcycle ride. It's so nice. It's so good. It's in my raccoon wounds. I'm just rubbing it all over. It feels nice. Yeah, we'll go on Route 4. We'll go through Senju. We'll go to like Ueno and stuff. It'll be fun. Touch dicks and cry in Ueno. What? Dicks out for Harambe. Oh my god, what are you doing, dude? Okay, that's going to Koenji. Yeah. Oh my god. Here, you go, and then I'll go. Or, yeah, lady, you go, and then I'll go. And then we'll go together. Oh, see, look, she's smart, lady. You're a smart one. She's one of them smart ladies. She knows how to work the shaft respectfully and with consent. Senju. I met a foreigner last week who lives in this area. Kita Senju, Minami Senju. Yeah, Senju is the place where you want to live that's still inside Tokyo, but not Tokyo. You know, well, I mean, it's technically Tokyo, but it doesn't feel like Tokyo. And then on top of that, the rent is significantly cheaper. And on top of that, you can take the train from this area to like other places like Roppongi and stuff. Kaskabe, all the way over there, huh? Utsunomiya. Yeah, oh fuck. But anyway, reading the air, right? You gotta read the air. Kukio yome baka. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, because like I always get called out, not by Japanese people, but by other foreigners. They're like, oh man, like I love it when other foreigners get offended for Japanese people. You know, like, you know, 4 Japanese people in my video. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. Like I did a video with John Dobb where we're walking around. This woman has her dog. She's carrying it like a baby, and I don't even pet it that hard. I go up, I let it smell my hand so it doesn't want to bite me, and then I just stroke it a little bit. And some guy in the comment section, he's like, oh my god, I can't believe you went up and touched some lady's dog. And I'm like, okay. You know, like I can't believe you did that. I'm like, well, thank you for getting offended for that lady. I think she, you know, she wants your email. She wants to send you a thank you. I don't know, man. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, you can tell when somebody's been on their computer too much. And like when people say go and touch grass, it's not even about touching grass. It's just about getting outside and you seeing other people. You know, like when you're at home and you're on your computer, everything's too predictable. You click on a video, you know what you're gonna get, kind of thing. But outside, you gotta go and you're dealing with all the elements. and all the people and all the stuff coming at you, and you don't have time to get too much in your head and complain about small shit. And that's like one of the reasons why I love living in Kabukicho, why I love living in like the busy area of town. Like my buddy just now, like he lives kind of like in this area, and he was like, man, like why the fuck, like, you know, you live in Kabukicho, isn't it loud there? And I'm like, dude, I have lived in like quiet ass suburbs in Japan, and like it's literally the same fucking thing. Well, there's a Dachi-Kuyak show, huh? Oh yeah, ain't that nice? But yeah, I was like, dude, it's not loud at all. Like, have you been to New York? New York every fucking day, construction. You guys have been doing construction on the same sidewalk for 15 years. Yeah, fuck off. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I just like, but I love it because the people there, they don't give you shit. You know, because they get it. They understand. Like, I remember when I signed the contract for my housing, it said you can, like, you know, even if you call us to complain about the noise, we're not going to do anything. Do you even fucking know where you're living, you dumbass? And I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's right. You know? And, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I saw this one video where this guy who, like, he's living out in the, not sticks, but it wasn't like a big city like Tokyo. It was like some smaller city outside Tokyo. And he's living in this, like, shared apartment building or something where the apartments are shared. Or like what, the apartments are separate, but they have like a ground floor where everybody works together or something. And he was talking about how this Chinese guy came in every day and he'd like take his socks off or something and like eat food and blah 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 or whatever. And he didn't even live there, and the owner's like, I can't do anything, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, look, if that guy's not bothering me, then I'll, you know, like whatever, I don't give a shit, right? But if he is bothering me and like the owners don't do something about it, then I either need to move or I need to do something. But I'm never going to just sit down and complain about how things are unfair. I think a lot of people do that, you know? It's like that, the river and the ocean smell. Oh, I love it. Oh, and there's Tokyo Sky Drizzle. Yeah, we're going back into the city. We're going back into civilization. Big Daddy Drew, back at it again. And yeah, I hope my mic picks all this up. I feel like there's a lot of wind coming in. But yeah, oh man, I used to take this same road, Road 4, to go from Aguisadani to go work in that area back there. Oh man. Oh, the memories. Oh, the boobs. All the boobs. And the ambulances, but also the boobs. I don't know, dude. It's just like, I think at the same time, like, people, you know, like, again, like, people that don't have people skills, or they get jealous or whatever, you know, it's like they want to get angry because, like, you know, it's not that you did anything wrong or against the law or something, but they want to get angry at you for, like, you know, just because they feel like they couldn't get away with it, you know? The cops are trying to pull over the dudes who ran the red light or something over there. Yeah, coppers, you go do it. I guess, yeah, look at those cops. They're waiting for people. They're waiting for people that goddamn asthma. And that fucking didn't do the thing. That were speeding or ran the red light or whatever. Or they're doing random drunk tests. What is with all the fucking ambulances? A zombie attack or something happening right now? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that is the one thing that, like, no matter where you live in Tokyo, that does not change. There's always loud ambulances everywhere being like, wah, wah. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I think that I'm a really cool dude that is empathetic, who understands how people feel. And maybe sometimes I do it, like, sometimes I care too much. But nah, I mean, like, you know, like, I think everyone's entitled to feeling, like, you know, sensitive or feeling rejected or whatever from time to time. But, yeah, I just, again, I mean, like, that's one of those things where you got to get out of the house. You got to go out and experience life and meet a bunch of people. And if you're not happy with your situation, you got to remember, as long as you got two fucking working legs and arms and you're not retarded, your life is entirely your fault. It's all, you know, you are accountable for you. You're responsible for you. But the great thing about life is that it's not so set in stone, you know? If you want to do stuff, I think there's limits. Like, obviously it's hard to become an astronaut or something. But there are, like, you know, if you want to do stuff, there is, you know, like, you can, if you find out, I mean, that's the hardest part, right? You find out what you want to do, and then you reverse engineer from there, kind of thing. But you got to also be willing to have people not like you, too. And that's the thing, too. It's like sometimes, because, like, there's no, like, end-all, be-all for reading the air. But one of the reasons why I don't get bent out of shape if somebody doesn't like me, or, like, you know, like, I'll go to some event where you're supposed to dress nice and I'll just wear like regular clothing or whatever. It's like, you got to get to the point where you're so okay with yourself that you don't care what other people think. And obviously, like, that doesn't work all the time, but you know, I think that still there's some things that you can do where even if you don't know Japanese, people just naturally come to you, kind of thing. Like, they're interested in you. And for me, it's like being a fat white guy, a big white guy with long blonde hair. Like, I stick out, but also, like, I play my part, unquote, you know, quote kind of thing, where it's like, I'm a big loud foreigner, and I don't mind being that stereotype, because when I want to be Japanese and speak Japanese and have, like, kind of deep discussions, I can do that. But I don't want to set the precedent that I'm, like, that kind of majime guy, that I'm that serious and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And, like, hey, if you're that kind of person, then, like, fucking Godspeed, good for you. But, you know, I think the thing is that people, you know, they're, you know, like, that's what the one thing where if you're feeling like you don't, like, I have a friend who just moved back to the States from Japan, and he's like, you know, he used to fuck a lot, you know. I mean, take him out, his Japanese chicks, but I don't know if he ever fucked in America. What are you doing? Are you trying to turn in here? Yeah, he was trying to turn in here. I'm going to Ueno. Yeah, I'm not going to Kotoi, Minami Senju. But, yeah, you know, like, my buddy, I don't know if he really fucked that much when he was here, or I mean, when he was back in America, but he was telling me, he's like, oh, man, I miss, you know, he's like, all these chicks, I feel like they just want to do to money. And I'm like, I was like, dude, you can, I was like, man, like, you know, like, he comes back home and all of his friends have, like, careers and jobs and stuff, but I know for a fact that guy fucked, and he fucked so much, you know. That guy has so much more, quote-unquote, lay experience than all these other guys that have nice cars and have a nice house or whatever, right? But my buddy, he just doesn't have any confidence, because he's like, that's not what women are looking for. Like, sure, they might fuck me once, but they're not going to stick around, and, like, I kind of want a girlfriend. And I'm like, well, yeah, but, I mean, it's the same thing as that, like, starving artist thing, right? You know? Like, how can dudes with no money and, like, have, like, a shitty music career still get these women to, like, fucking, you know, they could be, I remember I had a friend here who was an ALT, and he was a guitarist who worked for Interac, and he wasn't even that attractive, but he got, like, he always got all these older chicks to, like, want to fucking spend money on him and be around him and stuff. And yeah, he just totally accepted it, you know, and he was like, yeah, cool, I guess this is me, this is badass. And so, you know, you gotta decide, like, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with. But you can't just be a defeatist little bitch who's like, I can't do anything, so I will complain. Like, nothing ever came out of complaining, guys, you know. And so it's like, I think that another thing too, though, is that, like, if you find yourself a bunch of mentors, you know, that are willing to show you the way of the law, kind of thing, then they'll teach you, you know, they'll teach you these subtle things that you might not notice or realize at first, you know. Like, I remember I took this guy on a tour from my Patreon, and we went to this kind of nice restaurant, and he stabbed his fucking chopsticks into the rice bowl. And I told him, like, hey man, can you just take that out and put the chopsticks on the top? And he's like, why? And I was like, oh, because in Japan, when people die, like at a funeral or something, that's how they present food to the dead person to honor them. They put the, you know, like, it's supposed to be that their ghost hand or whatever can reach out and like grab that rice or grab that food or whatever. And he was like, I don't care. He's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm not Japanese. And I'm like, dude, like, come on. Like, I know that you're paying for this and stuff, but, like, can you just do it for me at least? And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, okay, you got two options. You know, you either don't do that, or, like, you know, you either don't do that and I leave, or you just take the, you know, chopsticks out and like I stay here. And he's like, I can't believe you're making this big deal over that. I'm like, look, dude, like even though I seem like a chill dude, even I have standards, you know. And it's like I think there's a difference between a fucking you know, being a loud asshole for fun versus like disrespecting a cultural thing like that. Because, you know, it's like dead people. It's a big deal here, you know. And so like, and he's like, I can't believe you're doing this. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't care if you hate me. Like, fucking don't, like, you know, like I got boundaries, you know. And I think that's good. Like, I think that's the big difference between me and a lot of people. It's like other people would be like, oh shit, I want that money. I'll just kiss his ass. And I'm like, nah, like most shit I let slide. But you know, some shit, it's like you just gotta be like, nah, dude. And I know that some people are like, oh man, you just talked about not being overly sensitive, and you're being overly sensitive about this. And I'm like, yeah, but like it's like there's a reason why I only offer 2 tours a month now, and it's because I don't really like, I would like the money. I would like the money, but I don't need the money, you know. So it's like, you know, it's more about me giving a chance to somebody to hang out and like teach them something new, show them something new. And if they don't want to get down like that, then like fine. Oh, can I turn right here? I don't think, no, I can only go straight. It's fine, we're going straight anyway this way. We'll go to Nihonbashi and then just like fucking go from there. I'll figure it out. And is that karate dojo still there? Kinami Dojo. Ah, yep. There we go. Shinkyoku Shin Karate. Yeah, that place is badass. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know, guys. I think it's like there's. I'm trying to get. And this is the reason why I decided to like read this is just like, or not read this, but make this rant on the bike is because this is a great rambly topic. It's just like giving out random pieces of advice to all you guys. And so like another thing is just like for example, like when I meet people now, especially if they're people who I haven't seen in a while, I'll give them a present. And it doesn't need to be an expensive present or whatever, but it's always a present just to show them how much I care. And I never expect to get a present back. In Japan, if you give a present, they kind of expect a present back from you. And I don't, you know, I just do it. And like even today too, I mean, it can be anything. It doesn't need to be something big. It could be something small. It doesn't matter, guys. It's just something from the heart. And so like even today, I met up with my friend, you know, and he fucking like, what is it? I didn't bring him any gift, but I had my Polaroid camera with me. And whenever I go out on the town or whatever, or when I go to meet somebody that I haven't seen in a while, I'll take a picture. You know, I'll take a picture from my journal, and I'll write it down, and like, you know, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is a picture from that day. Did some fun stuff, and it's fun. It's cool, interesting, unique, different, purple, yellow, mint, and yeah, it's fun. And so like, but like, you know, the Polaroids, like they're expensive. Like the camera's not that expensive, but like each picture costs like 200 yen. But you know, and so like I hadn't seen my friend in like over a year, so I took a picture of myself, but then also I got him a picture too. So it's like, there you go, you got 2 pictures. And he's like, why didn't you take over your phone? I was like, when was the last time you checked any picture you took over your phone? And he's like, he's like, never. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. You know, you have a physical picture, you're gonna remember this shit. And so yeah, and it's funny too because he's an immigration lawyer, and he's like, every single time I see a client, they always take a picture with me. Like, what's the big deal of you foreigners wanting to take pictures all the time? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like remembering the day, you know? It's like Kinembi no tame. Yeah. But yeah, hardy har 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 har. Get your motor running. Yeah, now we're going through Ueno. Oh man, I remember when all this shit used to be under construction. Back in my day, I used to have to walk uphill twice because I fell down the first time because I was old. Even when I was young, I was old. It sucked. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, so like one of the things is just like you make you like, you know, for example, like if you're going to meet your friend, like for example, I've got like you know, I'm in the age group now where a lot of my friends got married, and a lot of my friends are foreigners here in Japan, and that's kind of shitty because like, you know, I don't like. It's not that I don't have Japanese friends, but I hang out with my foreign friends more often because I can call up my foreign friends and be like, you want to hang out tonight? And I'm not saying I can't do that with my Japanese friends. It's just I have more friends that are foreign that can hang out more often than the Japanese friends. And so, but a lot of my foreign friends are married now. And so when I go out with them, I make sure, I usually have like a bunch of stuffed animals that I buy at this one shop that look brand new, but I only spent $3 on them. And that way when I go to see my friends, I'll give their kids like a present or something. So that way, like when they go back home or something, because they always have to take their fucking kids with them for some reason. And so I'm like, oh hey, here's a Snoopy doll. And it's like, it looks like a $20 to $30 thing, but I spent $3 on it. And I'm like, yep, here you go. Enjoy the stuffed animal. And then the kid's like, you know, Uncle Sam bought me a fucking Snoopy thing. And like the wife doesn't know that I spent $3 on it, but the kid doesn't know, and they don't care either, and they're all happy about it. And so it's like, yeah, and like, you know, key old scout, you know, if I make the kid happy and the kid comes back and they're not whining, then the wife's going to be happy because the kid had a good time and they got a present, you know. And they're like, oh, none of our other friends gave us presents. That Sam guy's nice. You should hang out with him. He's not going to let you cheat on me. Yeah. So, I mean, like, again, it's stuff like that. And also, like, when you go and meet Japanese people, like, I remember for work when we would have to go and meet other Japanese people at other companies, like, you know, that's the thing, dude. Like, I knew a handful of people here who would get really butthurt when Japanese people wouldn't let them act Japanese, if that makes sense. Like, they would be like, oh, you know, I try to do the Japanese thing, and I'll bring senbei and omiyage and all this stuff. But in my opinion, which is, of course, the best opinion, Japanese people don't expect foreigners to act Japanese. I mean, maybe if you're Chinese or Vietnamese or something and you're working under them, then maybe. But if you're a Western foreigner, they expect you to be Western about it. They expect you to bring them like Rice Krispie treats or like American Coca-Cola or something. Like, they expect you to give them this foreign thing because they're so used to Japan being Japanese and all this bullshit. Oh yeah, I love that cinema, by the way. Toho Cinemas. I used to go to that one all the time. Toho Cinemas is the only movie theater chain in Japan that has butter popcorn. They are the best, except they got one of them in Kabukicho now, and I go to that one instead. But that one's pretty good too. Also, if you go down the street, there's a sushi place that rips off tourists, so yeah, be careful about that. But yeah, oh god, this metal thing is just right in my ass. I should just, I should get a fucking pillow or something, put it back here. It's right in my ass. Right in there. But anyway, like, again, it's just like, it's one of those things where, like, I love the, I don't know, man, like, I like it how, like, you go to any other country and it's like, you go to Thailand, go to Korea, go to China, Vietnam, everyone seems so much more emotional. And I get it, it's really hot there, it's polluted, you know, I'd be angry too. But like Japan, like, maybe it's the weather or whatever, because, like, you know, these people, they work so hard and shit all the time. But it's just like, everyone's like calm, you know? Everybody's just like fucking calm, and they don't freak out, they don't get angry. I mean, they do, but not as often as everybody else that lives in Asia. And I really love that about Japan. I love that how they're just fucking chill, you know? Like, they got chill. They got chillness, and is the chill. Let's go park near Super Potato. I think I still have like an hour or two. If they got the motorcycle parking that's near Super Potato, we can park there. And I can go to arcade or something, kill some time. Yeah, this is a great thing about, like, when you, like, I just met up with a friend, and I'm gonna go meet up with another friend in Kudanshita, which is like right down the street from here and then to like the right. So yeah, and like, this is a cool thing too. When you got a motorcycle, you can park everywhere and stuff. It's great. You don't need to go on the trains of all the other fucking gaijin that are just there breathing your Japanese man's air and all this shizen. I is going. Can I has cantaloupe? Yeah, all these different fucking parking spots around here, right? I know that if I go up and go to the left, there is one. It might be expensive, but I can go to Super Potato and play a game, get a drink, kill some time. This will be fun. Akihabaras. Oh man, I love Akihabaras. I'm gonna go to a maid cafe and I'm gonna have the moe chew my peanuts. Is that bike parking? Hey, the bike parking's still here. Nice. I wonder if it's full. Is it full? No, it's not full yet. Now this one is more expensive than the other one that's by the station, but it's conveniently located, and I'm only gonna be here for like an hour maybe. Yeah, that's the thing too, guys. You know, that's another great thing about the smartphone. You know, you can fucking you know, you can go on GPS and find all the parking all around here. You know, it's a pretty good deal. Oh, my ass. Oh, my ass and my dick. Oh, but mostly my ass. Anyway. Reading the air, huh? Read the air. I don't know. Do you guys have any examples of reading the air? I don't know. Like, okay, 40 minutes. Cool. Let's cut this off and then we'll continue with the arcade or something. Okay, test. 1 2 1 2. This is Reading the Air Part 2. Still got like 40 minutes left on this. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Anyway, guys, what's up? I'm playing some Puyo Puyo at Super Potato because I still got some time to kill. So, anyway, yeah, let's play some Puyo Puyo. I really want to get a drink, but they're filling up the vending machines right now. I'm thirsty. But anyway, more about reading the air, right? I mean, like, technically I'm in an arcade right now where you shouldn't be, I don't know, maybe causing Maywaku or something. But it's like at the same time, this is like an arcade. The music is loud. People are off doing their own thing, you know. Like, again, as long as you're not being a total dick about all this shit, you know, then fuck it. Sky's the limit kind of thing, right? Let's see. We got this purple. But anyway, oh man, this is some good combos. See, whenever you're playing Puyo Puyo, you got to try to get as many combos. You want to spend the first 2 levels really stacking all those fucking combos, right? Okay, there we go. We got this, then we got this, then we got this, and let's do that. Blue and red combo, yeah. But anyway, I only got like 5 seconds left on the fucking battery anyway, so I don't know, what else can I talk about? I don't know. It's like, I think that when it comes down to it, it's just like, you gotta remember, like, are you really hurting somebody or are you not hurting somebody, you know? I think there's a difference between going purposely to like a suicide forest to like film some dead bodies and then monetize it and I don't know, be a dick like that, and then it's just like, oh man, you're filming outside, you're making noises at the arcade. How dare you make noises at the arcade while all these other people are trying to play their games with this loud music going on? How dare you, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you give, I mean, like, one thing I've noticed is that, like, when you go out filming and stuff, especially in Japan too, it's like, if you just let people know what the fuck's going on, you keep them in the loop, then you know, they'll forgive you for the most part, or they'll be angry at you and they'll tell you to leave, and then you got to do some executive decision, Kurt Russell shit, and then just say like, oh yeah, totally, we're leaving. You know, I'm right on that, officer, and then you just do whatever you want. I mean, like, you can't go through life expecting to make everybody happy, but it's like Winston Churchill said that one time, you know. He's like, you have some enemies? Good. That means at one point you stood up for something, you know. It means you had the balls to fucking be hated, you know, for something. And most of the time when you get hated, it's for shit that you're not even fucking doing. Or like, that's not even a big deal. Or at least it's a big deal to them. In the big grand scheme of things, is it really a big deal, you know? I don't know. What the hell am I getting at here? Something Israel. No, that's... I don't know. The camera is telling me that there's only like maybe a couple minutes left on the battery. So I don't know what else to say here, you know? It's just like, I think it's one of those things where like the longer you're here, you'll understand how much more important it is to do the whole read the air kind of situation, you know, and I mean, you will eventually find a balance, you know. You'll find a balance or you won't find a balance. The people that find the balance, I think, are the most happy here because they kind of like, they don't expect anything from Japan, you know. They just kind of accept it for what it is. It's not perfect. Every place has its flaws, but at the same time, you just gotta fucking deal with it, you know? Like, you gotta look at the bigger picture of things, you know? Like, how bad really is it? It's not that bad, you know? Fuck. Oh, and finally they filled up the vending machine, but I don't think anything's cold. I need some tea or something. Thirsty. We'll get that after this, though. Oh, you fucking bastard. You're speeding up all this shit on me now. You son of a bitch. I see what you did there. I'm not gonna kill you, Godspeed. It's like Sean Connery said, oh, fuck. God damn it. Come on. Do the thing. Purple, yellow, mint. Anyway, I don't know. Do you guys have, I don't know, do you have an example of reading the air where you are, you know? I mean, it could just be something as simple as, like, you know, if somebody's mom dies or something, or, like, their dad dies, it's like, oh, my God, you know? Oh, how did they die? Or, like, you know, or, like, oh, man, like, you know, how much money are you going to get? I mean, if you know the person and you have, like, that kind of rapport with them, then that's fine. But if you're just being a dick for the sake of being a dick, or if you just didn't know any better, you didn't care, you know? That's when you're not reading the air, you know? Fucking piece of shit. Come on. Oh, I almost got the purple. Give Daddy the purple. Come on. No. No yatana. No yatana. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Hey, what's up, dude?
Dude, no way.
How's it going?
Dude, how's it going, dude?
Oh, you know, I'm just playing some Puyo Puyo. This guy right now, I don't know who the fuck, who's fighting me right now. He's a piece of shit, though. We gotta kick his ass. What's up, dude?
Photo, bro?
Yeah. Feel free.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Here, let me get. Let me take another good photo for you. Let me just kick this guy's ass really quick.
No problem.
Where are you from?
Ireland, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah. Wait, the north or the south? The south. Oh,
We're chilling.
you're not part of the independent. You're not part of the independent crew. Oh God, I know how much you guys love. You know, Pierce Brosnan and all those in the Brad Pitt movies. No, I'm just doing is the battery still going? Yeah, I was filming a rant, but it's already at the end. I'm just filming me ramble now while I'm playing this game. What's up? How long are you guys here for? When did you get here?
Came like yesterday. We were here for like 2 weeks.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Are you guys going to be in Tokyo the whole time or what?
We think so, yeah, Tokyo.
No! Oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. I got plenty of coins here. Shit, that's cool. Yeah, let's take another one, yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, let me get one too. Fuck yeah, dude. That's so cool. Like the second day in a row.
For real?
Yeah. That somebody's like, hey.
Thanks, man.
That's cool.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Appreciate it,
dude. Yeah, no worries.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, you too, dude. Yeah. And finally the vending machine's open. Finally, I can get some stuff. That's cool. I mean, to be fair, I guess Super Potato is the place where you can go and meet tourists. Let me get a drink first. Oh, coffee, yes. Daddy likes. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah, if it bleeds, we can kill it. If it gives us sugary coffee, we can drink it. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. That's my rant and ramble today about this bullshit. But hey, tell me, let me know what you guys thought, and if you made it this far. The secret word of today is Ireland kicks ass. There you go. I'm gonna play some more Puyo Puyo, and here, Max coffee for you guys. The most sugary. I don't normally drink this, but I need some sugar, so. But yeah. Anyway, you guys stay black. I'll talk to you later. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Enjoy the live stream afterwards. Peace out, guys. Yeah, anyway, hey guys, now it's back to Papa Tikyo at the home recording this because I want to make all these, I want to make all the rants at least an hour, you know, so we still have like 10 minutes left on this rant, which is great because I've got 10 minutes until my premiere starts. Yeah, I'm recording this right before my premiere on Wednesday starts for another rant right now, so this is actually pretty good. But yeah, guys, I mean, like, yeah, do you guys like these motorcycle rants, even though they're not 100% cognitive, like where I'm like, you know, it's hard to stay and maintain focus here, but I really enjoy this, you know, I really like doing it, and it pisses me off that, like, the thing that I bought, like the intercom thing that I bought
doesn't work. It works with the phone, but it won't work with any of my apps for some reason. So I'm like, I guess it's my fault. I should have spent like, instead of like $100 on the intercom thing, I should have spent like the 300 or whatever, like Tetsu did, for the higher quality one with their own built-in app. But anyway, yeah, guys, I really like making these videos, and whenever I'm making these rants, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I use actually 2 microphones, because the GoPro mic is just like, it's just wind hitting it. You can't hear me. And the GoPro mic accessory is like, it's super expensive, and it's just like, you don't want hard wind hitting the microphone, so you don't want that either. But yeah, so I have 2 different microphones I use, and I just found out one of them's broken. Not the actual mic, the lapel mic that I use for that. So yeah, anyway, I'm just saying, yeah, with this today, the mic that I used is it's not that bad, but when I wear my helmet, I usually keep my visor. I have 2 visors, like a sunglass visor and then a regular visor. And my regular visor is just scratched to shit so bad right now. And yeah, I've had this helmet forever. And yeah, I don't know. One of you guys actually donated to replace this a while ago, so I still have that money. I have an Excel file for each time you guys donate for a thing that I'm like, oh, don't ask for a donation again for this because you already got this. And it's like, oh, you got the money for this, but you didn't buy it yet, kind of thing. So I know that I already have money for the helmet, but I don't know. I just was like, helmets are one of those things you don't want to buy it online. You want to go and shop for it, right? So yeah, you want to feel it on your head, you know. You got to pet him hard so he feels it, kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, the whole point I'm getting at is that, like, if I want to keep doing these rants, I really gotta upgrade this stuff for real, and not be for play. But I'm really happy that it's spring, that it's summer again. You know, and we actually have, like, time to actually fucking, go out and make the videos. Like, during winter, it was just so goddamn cold and windy. I didn't want to go on spaghetti at all. And that's mostly due to being a fat guy, too, you know? Like, being, what is it? Like, I have, like, winterproof jackets and stuff, too, that are actually, like, heavy on the fleece, but they barely cover me. And, like, if you're fat and you're, like, riding with a jacket, if you bend over to, like, a hot, sexy piece of ass on the bike, sometimes the jacket rolls up and then your lower back gets exposed. So, like, everything else is warm except one tiny exposed part in your body, and it just makes it uncomfortable. And then you're dealing with that happening, like, a couple times during the riding. It's just like, meh. But, Anyway, I just wanted to spiel about that before, like, I finalized this, just because it was on my mind. But, reading the air, guys, I mean, the whole point of this topic was just about, like, I think a lot of people jump to conclusions, and I think a lot of people kind of let their emotions take over and not let the rational brain, the rational lizard brain think, kind of thing. Or wait, is it the monkey brain or lizard brain? Lizard brain is all emotion. Monkey brain is actually thought process. Anyway, it's just like the only way that you can read the air, I think, is by having experiences. And I think a lot of people that act reactional, or, like, that overthink too much, are usually those dudes that are spending all that time at home on Reddit, kind of thing, like on their computer, versus going out and having experience. And there's a great quote that I use all the time for my resumes and stuff that I put out there, and it says "Kame no ko yori toshi no ko," which means experience without learning is better than learning without experience. And it's like it kind of like goes back to, like, you could read all the books you want about surfing, but until you actually go out into the waves and fucking get on that board that you just spent, like, 15 minutes waxing and stuff, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Like, you gotta actually go out and experience it, and even if you don't feel like you learned something, you experienced it, and that's sometimes more valuable than actually learning, blah blah blah, kind of thing. So Yeah, guys, I think the more experiences you have, the more exposure you have to different personalities and different types of people, the more chill you're going to be able to be when everyone else is freaking out, you know? I think a lot of people, they're lucky because they get coddled kind of by their parents, you know? Like, their parents keep them kind of sheltered. And but at the same time, it's like when you see like a cringe white boy who grew up in like upper middle class suburbs trying to act black and stuff and be like, yo, yeah, man, it's for my brothers, yo, yeah, the word up, dog. Kind of, it's just like, just stop it, you know. Like a white boy who grew up in that environment with like black people like that in like poorer environment, they would never talk like that because get your ass kicked, you know. So it's like one of those things where I just hope that when my kids are growing up that I can show them all those different experiences, like show them all these different places, walks of life kind of thing, without them having to go through the shit that I had to go through, but still, you know, still experience and see the different parts of the world and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just, but at the same time, like if you're like, oh, well, I'm an adult and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, if you're coming to Japan, the best way to learn how to read the air, quote unquote, about being in Japan is just by meeting a bunch of Japanese people, going out of your way to hang out with Japanese people, going out of your way to fucking, like it's like, oh, but my foreign friends, they call me back quicker and everything. And it's like, it doesn't matter, dude. Like anything is worth its weight in gold when you consider the amount of effort and time you put into it, kind of thing, right? And so, yeah, like I had a viewer of mine fucking message me on Discord the other day, and he was like, yeah, like, Dad, I just moved to Tokyo, and it's just so hard to fucking meet up with Japanese friends and stuff, like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, the guy is just starting to learn Japanese, you know, he just got here. And I was like, yeah, man, it sucks. And he's like, I already made a couple friends at my company, and they introduced me to their friends, and like they want to, like they're cool to hang out with anytime. And I was like, dude, if you really want to learn Japanese or you want to learn about Japanese people, you gotta go. Yeah, you know, even though it's harder, you got to put in the effort. You know, you got to put in that effort to go meet them and make those friends. But like, trust me, when you put in that effort and stuff, you're gonna be leagues ahead of all the other people that didn't do that, right? And so, yeah, I mean the same thing. It's just like, you know, when you spend all this time immersing yourself in the culture, whether even if you're not in Japan, guys, you watch movies, watch YouTube videos, you know, watch all this different stuff with Japanese people, and you'll start learning more about them, how they think, you know, how they operate. And then when you're talking to them, you're not going to be so heavily invested on the emotional outcome of the fucking interaction because you talk to them already, kind of thing. So or like you've spent all this time like learning about how they talk, you know, the body mannerisms and everything like that. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I think and like it's ironic that I'm saying this to Westerners or like, you know, because I think the only people that watch my shit are Westerners, but it's just like Japanese people are infamous for overthinking and shit too, though, right? So I don't know. I just think it's funny. They got like but like, yeah, I don't know. I think that again, guys, like anything is worth the effort you put into it, and just remember, like anything that happens to you when you first come to Japan, don't blame it on racism. It's so easy to watch a TikTok video and jump to conclusions and be like, oh yeah, that was totally racism too, and it's like, no, just fucking like don't like you don't have enough cultural and language-based context to make that kind of heavy decision, that heavy judgment, you know? Unless somebody's saying, like, you know, Kuso Hakujin, Kuso Hakujin, and then they're just, like, fucking, they're tying you up with a rope and beating you. Yeah, don't jump to conclusions, guys. And just remember, the more you learn Japanese, the easier it will be to communicate with people. I mean, it makes sense, right? But, I mean, it is really going without saying. There's the pop-ups and everything saying to subscribe and smash the like button. You assholes better have done that already. And anyway, it's getting towards the 60-minute mark. Yeah, guys, thanks again for watching this. I'll probably do a live stream right after this. I should be saying it in the chat right now. And, yeah, for all of you guys who don't know, who made it this far, yeah, I do a live stream after every video upload. So the link should be in the comment section or in the Premiere chat. But anyway, guys, I seriously want to hear your thoughts on this. Like, do you even think that this, like, is a topic that I don't even need to cover? Because, like, it's basically all the non-autistic people will already understand this. Or, like... You know, like, what are your thoughts on this? I really, I don't know. I want to hear what your guys' feedback is on this. So, yeah, like always, thank you guys so much for the participation. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. And, yeah, you guys stay black, and I'll see you on the live stream. Peace out, sons. Yeah.